Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for May 3rd, 2019. This is the show where I give you a quick look at some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now. If you want to learn more about the stories, come up with your own opinions. In the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each story so you can read about them for yourself. Come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It helps us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you want to watch. Couple quick notes real fast. We have a whole deal section over at cordcarsnews.com. A lot of people say, hey, we love the deals, we want more of them. Cordcarsnews.com, in the menu across the top is a option for deals, and it'll show you all the deals we found. A lot of those deals come from readers like you emailing us. So if you find a deal or a cord cutting news story, I will love to hear from you. Go to cordcarsnews.com. There's a contact us button. Send us an email. I try to reply to as many of them as I can. If I didn't reply to yours, my apology. But a special thank you to everybody who sends out us tips on deals or cord cutting news or new products, because you are a huge part of making Cord Cutting News a reality. So a special thank you. All right, let's dive into the news for the past 24 hours, because there's a lot of it out there. Right off the bat, the new Court TV will be streaming for free on Roku, Apple TV, and the Fire TV. Now, we knew they would have a Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV app for a while. We weren't completely certain if this would be free, a live stream, maybe just clips, maybe a paywall. We didn't know. Now, yesterday they announced that it will be free on the Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV, and this is great news. I'll comment, while it's free over the air, not everybody gets Comet and not everybody will get Court TV. Though they do have a huge list of markets that will be supported with the new over-the-air TV, Court TV network. So I'll have a full list of all those in the post down in the show notes. But I love this. You'll be able to stream it. Even if you have an antenna and you want to stream it, that'll be an option too. So check it out. This does raise a question though. I'm very excited to see that a cable network that was, may say, unfairly taken off the air to be replaced by True TV is coming back with a lot of fanfare, not to cable, but to a free over-the-air and free streaming online option. It will be in a few cable networks in markets where it's having an over-the-air presence, but most of those will also have a free over-the-air option. This raises the question of what cable network would you like to succeed? If Court TV is successful, keep an eye. I would not be surprised to see other cable networks that have gone away try to come back. Maybe we'll see return Spike TV. That may be a reach, but it'll be fun. I know Spike TV just came back in the US on Pluto, and internationally Spike TV is around, but in the United States on cable, there's no more Spike TV. So it'll be really cool to see if any of these can come back. What ones would you like to come back? Are you a G4 fan? Are you a Tech TV fan? Leave us a comment. Let me know. I'll love to hear. Maybe what is a ZD now, whatever the predecessor to Tech TV was. Leave us a comment. Let us know what cable network you would like to save, bring back. Now, not ones that are currently on cable. Let's leave those on cable for a moment. Let's just look at ones that aren't. And then, hey, maybe if you do have maybe a small, so let's ignore the ESPNs, let's ignore all the others, the news networks like ESPN and Fox News and CNN, etc. Let's just focus on maybe the smaller, lesser known ones and the ones that died off. I'd love to hear from you what you would like to say. Next up, and I'm going to cover this story to address a lot of questions I've been getting about Vader shutting down. So Vader was an IPTV service that promised 1,000+ channels for $15 a month, even cheaper if you prepaid. And now they've announced that they're shutting down. Torrent Freak is reporting that they have unconfirmed reports that they're currently being investigated as for piracy, basically. I guess it's the short end of the version according to Torrent Freak. That has not been confirmed at the time of this recording. But I often get questions, I'm still getting questions about this, is I thought this was legal. Well, I don't think Vader's team ever said this was a legal service. Some of the resellers do say, hey, if it's streaming, it's legal, right? Not always. Just because you're streaming doesn't necessarily mean everything is legal, though people will tell you that. And if it's too good to be true, sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So keep that in mind. Now, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. If you want to do it, that's fine. Now, Vader has said they're going to do their best to destroy and remove all the information of the resellers and the people who sign up for their service. Hopefully they're successful in doing that for everybody. We'll see. But just keep in mind, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And these services often shut down, and they probably don't come back. There may be somebody who tries to impersonate them coming back, but often they don't. So just keep that in mind for everybody who's emailed us. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And when they're gone, they're gone. They may get replaced, they may not. But I hope this answers all the people out there who woke up this morning to their Vader TV subscription not working. I have not heard about anybody who has prepaid for a year or so. If they're getting any of that back, I just don't know. You'll need to contact whoever you bought it from for help. So I hope that addresses all those questions. Now let's move on. All right, next up, for all the talk of cord cutting slowing down, Fidelity fund managers say they expect cord cutting to grow at, quote, a record rate. Now, these are the people who really have their butts in the line because they're talking about your money, right? These are the people who are trying to convince you to invest in cord cutting stocks. And according to them, according to their a post they put up this week, they clearly stated that they believe cord cutting will not only continue to grow, but at a record rate. And we'll talk about the growth of cord cutting in a minute because it's speeding up again. But this is good news overall for cord cutters because the growth of cord cutting means more and more people are going to be willing to bring their content to cord cutters. And while that may mean a whole flood of new services, as I always say, the best will rise to the top, the worst will fall to the bottom and cancel themselves. So I think it's a great world. There's no contracts, you can move around, find the one you want, and it's a free market. So you can go to the best ones will succeed, the worst ones will continue to fall. We'll keep a close eye on this. But it's great to see more recognition that cord cutting is real. Cord cutting isn't just a fad that cable companies dream. I think they pray every night that this cord cutting fad will come to an end. I don't think it's going to happen. And the people who really have their butts on the line, the people who are putting their money be it where their mouth is, are saying they expect cord cutting to continue to grow at a record rate. So I'd love to hear from you. Any cord cutting predictions? How many do you think? 5 million, 6 million new cord cutters this year? I'd love to hear from you. Next story, we heard earlier this year that YouTube was going to take their originals, like the Cobra Kai, I hope I'm saying that right, show will be to the free side of YouTube. Currently, if you want to watch the originals like Cobra Kai, which is their kind of breakout hit show that is based on the original Karate Kid movies that moves forward to when they're adults and kind of flips the story around a little bit. It's quite good if you haven't checked it out. Will be coming to their free ad-supported side. Sounds like it for a limited time, like you'd be able to watch it for X amount of time and then it'll go back to the paid only, but that they'll be rotating their content the way I read the announcement yesterday to be. But this is good news. Now, if you're a YouTube Premium, which used to be called YouTube Red subscriber, or YouTube TV, you will still be able to access this content there with YouTube Premium ad-free. If you are not, hang in, sometime this year, you'll be able to watch some of these hit original shows for free with ads. One more example of how ad-supported free content is becoming more and more popular. I know with our readers, you guys seem to be really enjoying the ad-free side. But a lot of people enjoy, hey, if I don't pay for it, I'm happy to watch ads. So my question to you is, if you don't have to pay for something like these YouTube originals, like the Karate Kid show, are you happy to watch ads as long as they're not crazy intrusive? I think YouTube has done a good job of trying to keep that in line. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of this? Are you happy to watch ads if you can get original content or content you would have previously had to pay for free? The Pluto TV-esque model. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right. So we talked a little bit about the growth of cord cutting. Last story of the day. Dish reported this morning their numbers. They're down again. No shock there. Sling TV gained a very modest, like 7,000 subscribers. May explain why they've continued that $15 a month promo offer to try to keep their subscribers growing. They do have over 2.24, I think it is now, million subscribers. I'll link for the exact Sling TV subscriber in the show notes down below. But they do have the most subscribers of any live TV streaming service out there at this moment. AT&T is still leading the field with the most cancellations at like 500,000. With Dish, Spectrum, Comcast, AT&T, and Verizon reporting over 1.1 million cable and pay TV subscribers, we'll call them, have canceled in just 3 months. This is absolutely devastating numbers no matter what way you cut it. Only a little bit of bright spot for Dish is that they did slow down the rate of their subscriber decline just a little, but they're still losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers every quarter. That is going to continue to come back and bite them at some point in the future. And it probably explains why Dish is moving into, continue to push Sling TV, moving into things like 5G. They are diversifying a lot, so this may explain it. My question to you is, are you one of that 1.1 million people who canceled in January, February, March of 2019? If not, are you still thinking about it? How long have you been a cord cutter? I'd love to hear from you. How long have you been a cord cutter? When did you cut the cord and why? And lastly, are you surprised? This is just with those companies reporting 1.1 million, just the tip of the iceberg. There are still many cable companies out there still to report that could drive this number far higher. So it'll be interesting to see what a lot of the smaller companies report. Unfortunately, some don't release their numbers because they're privately held and do not have to. So that number, we may never know. It could be 2 million for all we know. We'll have to wait and see, though, what we do find out. Well, that's it for today. Special thank you to everybody. 67,000 subscribers on YouTube. Unbelievable. We're on our way to maybe 68,000 here next week. So thanks everybody who watches this. If you're a regular, ring the notification bell. I have the podcast from yesterday's posted, our weekly podcast both on YouTube and on audio. It's now available in iTunes or the Apple Podcast, wherever they call it. We'll be submitting it to more soon. I do have an MP3 and an RSS feed there if you want to manually subscribe to it. We will also be continuing more videos, more reviews. We just posted an updated look at the brand new second generation DirecTV Now Android TV streaming player coming from AT&T. We have a side-by-side of the new remote if you want to check out everything AT&T changed with the new DirecTV Now Android TV powered streaming player. So check out those videos. Just click on the Cord Cutters News name, go to our page here or youtube.com/CordCuttersNews to find all of our videos. I hope you have a fantastic day. Again, a special thank you. Ring that notification bell to all of our regulars. We appreciate your support. I will see you tomorrow and have a fantastic weekend.